What's going on, Overbuddies? My name is Chris Williams, and you are watching the one and only Overblood community video thingy, episode 11.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
What? Come on, 11 episodes in here, folks. You should know how it works. You should have seen it coming. You shouldn't be surprised. But maybe this is the first time you've ever seen one of these, and you're wondering, Chris, what is the Overblood community video thingy? Well, it's your one-stop shop for everything Game Informer, where we talk about the magazine, the website, the YouTube page, this week the Twitch page, and last but certainly not least, the Game Informer Facebook page, better known as the Overblood community. And as always, if you're new to these videos, each week is broken down into 3 segments. Segment 1 is all about the Overblood community and all the cool things they are doing. Segment 2 goes over just some of the content that the hardworking folks at Game Informer have put up during the week. And lastly, segment Trace, which is Australian for 3, g'day mate, goes over the topic of the week, where I asked the Overblood community this past Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time, links down below, what their thoughts were on the recent announcement of Nintendo. Now, let's pretend we're the Black Eyed Peas. I'm obviously famous member Apple the App. Not making that up. That's that guy's name. And let's get it started. This week we've got something very special going on with the community. It's this little thing called GlitchCon. Maybe you've heard of it. Where have you been if you haven't? Get out from under that rock and see the world, my friend. GlitchCon. See what it is. Overbuddies from all around the world, all around the universe, are going to Minnesota, meeting up with their favorite Game Informer crew member. How amazing is that? If I had to compare it to anything, it would be like if I was still a boy and got to go hang out with my favorite Planeteer. And yes, the answer is Mati. Why? Because obviously if I'm at a Planeteer convention, everyone's going to be hitting on Linka and Guy. Meanwhile, I'll be over in the corner hanging out with the Brazilian kid, talking about UFC, playing with this cool monkey. Awesome. Now, back to GlitchCon. A bunch of Overbuddies are heading up to Minnesota, where they're going to get to watch a live replay, if old enough, get drunk with the Game Informer crew, eat a lot of White Castle, and I mean a lot of White Castle, and hopefully get to play in a ball pit at some point, because, as we know, it's not a real convention if there's not a ball pit. Sadly, life got in the way, and has kept me thousands of miles from Minnesota, so all I can do is tell all of the amazing people that are at GlitchCon that I hope they're having a lot of fun. And if you're one of the lucky people up there, just don't forget to say thank you to this lady. Her name is Hillary Wilton. What's that? I didn't use the right picture. That's awkward. How's that? Is that better? Yeah? That's her? Okay, great. Now, if you see her, I just want you to go up to her. I want you to say, Hillary, you're awesome. Because she, from what I understand, maybe it's all made up. Maybe the internet lied to me. But from what I understand, she had worked very hard to make this happen. To fuse the GlitchCon people, whatever they are, with the Game Informer people and put them together to make a Jill sandwich. So go, when you see Hillary, go Hillary, thank you, you the best. Quote Drake, forevermore. Now what are those crazy kids at Game Informer doing this week? Bloodborne! What the hell was Bloodborne? That's right, folks. The PS4 exclusive Bloodborne has finally come out, and it has taken over Game Informer. First, we've got the Matt Helgeson hosted Game Informer show, episode 240. This week's show is discussing Bloodborne and Kojima and Konami's messy Metal Gear divorce. Also, over on GameInformer.com, the Magic Man Dan Tack wrote not 1, but 5 articles having to do with Bloodborne. How do I know? Because I did the math. Now, first, there's the Bloodborne review, just in case you're one of the only people in the world who doesn't know how great the game is. Then, there's the Bloodborne Tips and Tricks article, plus a different guide that's titled The Spoiler-Free Guide for New Players. Also, why did I say it like that? A spoiler-free guide for new players. Whatever. Also, a how-to guide to help players beat Father G, one of the bosses in the game. A little spoiler alert. You don't even need to read it. I'll tell you how to beat him. Get good. And the last Bloodborne article for the week is why you shouldn't be afraid of Bloodborne. If you want to read any of those articles, all of them are linked down below. Now, when it comes to replays, the GI crew did take a quick break from Bloodborne and put a replay up for the best burger in town's own video game, Sneak King, a game where you play as the Burger King. You sneak around, you feed hungry people. It's really weird. We did a lot of weird stuff in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, whenever the hell this game came out. It was like, we need games for this Xbox. What do we do? Burger King, you make a game for us. Put it in your Burger King kids meal or whatever you do. Bam! Awesome. That was a game. People, you complain about these new consoles not having games. Back in the old days, when I was a boy, I had to play Sneak King on my 360 because there wasn't anything else to play. So be grateful you got something like The Order. So what if it's a 7? It's a damn good 7. Now, what about those test chambers? Well, we've got Slender, the arrival for the Xbox One, which, hilarious. Check it out. Tim Turry, there's some other people, red hair. I can't remember his name. It's gone. I'm sorry. You're funny and awesome. Also, Wade Wojcik, you're hilarious. I remember everybody but the other guy. You know who I'm talking about. He's awesome. Also, Bloodborne. Did you know Bloodborne came out this week? No? Well, there's a test chamber to go check out. Also, just in case you don't know, Game Informer has a Twitch channel, and this past week, Tim Turry, Dan Tack, and Andrew Reiner, and Wade Wojcik all played Bloodborne for 6 hours. That's crazy. That's bananas. It's crazy bananas. Now, the video next to my head, probably here, be here, definitely here. That will take you to the YouTube archive of the stream, but down below where my pants are, that's their Twitch page. You go click that link, and then I want you to go subscribe. Because their Twitch page is awesome. You get things like Grind Time with Kim Wallace. They played Mario Party, I think, last week or the week before. They did a 6-hour stream of Bloodborne. They're probably going to be doing Chronicles. I don't know if that's going to be live streamed or not, but they're going to do like a Chronicle series for Bloodborne like they did with Overblood, Overbloodborne, and Dark Souls. Well, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm drunk. I don't feel very well. Deal with it. I'm sweating. It's so hot. This light is melting me. I'm schmelting. I don't feel good. Now, before I get to the topic of the week, don't forget that by participating every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time, you are automatically entered into a drawing where at the end of the month, you could be chosen to win a $20 gift card for any gaming device of your choice. So far, 3 Overbuddies have been chosen, and the final person selected for the 4th and final spot in the drawing is Nicholas. Let's try this. We're going to get this. We're going to do it together. We're going to make it work. Nicholas Levac. Is that it? Nicholas Levac. 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 I don't know, man. Nick. Congrats, Nick. Good job, man. You join Evan, Brent, and Peter in the drawing. The winner will be announced Monday during next week's Topic of the Week. Now, on to the Topic of the Week for this week, where I asked the Overblood community what their thoughts were on Nintendo announcing a new console and their partnership with the mobile developer DNA. Starting us off this week is Katie Lakuta Matata. She said she thinks they need to slow down. They're trying to catch up with Sony and Microsoft, but they're not even in the same race. She went on to also say she's tired of feeling like they care more about money than the gamer experience. Jacoby Brannigan, now he showed up and he said some things, and we're gonna read them because I feel like I've been abusing Jacoby. Originally, he was like one of the only people that was like, whoa, a place for me to write essays about video games. Let me show up and force this poor young man to read everything I say. And well, guess what, Jacoby? You're not the only one anymore. Everyone who responded this week wrote giant essays. Well, I got something for you people this week. You better believe it. You better believe it. But Jacoby, because I like you. I like you, barely, kind of. Whatever. I'm going to read what you said this week. Hopefully it's good. He said he thinks it makes the most sense to have whatever their next console is to be both a handheld and a console. Wii U can kind of already be played on the go if they just make a tablet that can be played on the go like the Wii U controller that can be plugged into the TV. That would be pretty cool. It would consolidate, big word, very big word, Jacoby. It's 5 points for you on the big word scale there. I'm going to put a star right there for you. Now, the two audiences, it would consolidate the two audiences that they've harbored between console people and handheld people. Right now, their handhelds rather, have been way more supported and interesting than most of their console stuff. If they could get that support to a console, they'd be in business. Now, Ken of Sanity wrote like a million letters, but basically, he said he's not surprised by the move to mobile games, and he agrees with what a lot of people think when they say that Nintendo's next console will be a handheld console, be a console combo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Console handheld combo. Whatever. And because he's a fool, he thinks that it will be successful as long as Nintendo can get third-party developers on board. Fool. You fool with your combos. You fool. One take, folks. That's it for this stuff. Gassy Hassy Mally showed up, agreed with me and Katie Lakuta Matata by saying that Nintendo is starting to become money grubby, especially off-putting when their fans love them for not being that way. Now, eventually, some guy named Michael Clatier. Yep, Michael Clatier. He showed up and was like, a profit company wanting to make a profit? The scandal. First off, thanks for commenting. I appreciate it. But I, of course, replied back like a boss and proved that he was incorrect, and then he agreed and left. You can't prove that didn't happen. Links to the thread down below. Also, Dustin Dent, he followed that up by posting a picture of a pterodactyl. Thanks, Dustin. He may have posted some other stuff that was really insightful, but not as insightful as Keith Norberg, who showed up, dropped some knowledge in a lot of little posts. A lot. It's kind of difficult for me to say what he said, but he's awesome. Thank you, Dustin. I like the pterodactyl too. It was good. Now, my computer also refused to accept the fact that your last name is Norberg, and it autocorrects to Norbert. So as far as I'm concerned, your name is now Keith Norbert. Mr. Norbert. Pleasure to meet you. Also, that's like an Eddie Murphy movie, right? Pretty sure. Norbert. Also, this week's random person pick for the monthly thing, Nick, yep, he also said a lot. This week's topic has been a real learning experience for me, folks. In the future, it'll be questions like, what is your favorite color? Red, blue, aquamarine, which even that, almost too long.
That's what she said.
Well, Overbuddies, this has been the Overblood Community Video Thingy, episode 11. Super late, because, well, and thanks for watching. You guys are awesome, and you make everything even more awesomer for me. Links to everything that I've mentioned in the video down below. I will see you guys Monday for the topic of the week. I should probably start thinking what that's going to be, huh? Probably be a good idea. Later. Bye-bye. Are you happy? You wanted to be up here.